Due to the graphic nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised. Ready for something outrageous? These boys put the ouch in couch.
I'm Count Zapula.
This late-night horror show is a smash hit. The snow is falling, and so are these guys. And when this groom misses his landing, he almost misses his wedding. If it's off the wall and it's on tape, then it's all here. Uh-oh. It's totally outrageous behavior.
Hey everybody, I'm Lisa Dergan and welcome to Totally Outrageous Behavior. If you want to see some videos that'll make your eyes pop, your jaw drop, and your side split, then you've come to the right place. You'll see people just like you and me, well, maybe more like you, caught in the most ridiculous situations you've ever seen. Like this farmer whose angry ram won't take no for an answer.
When this farmer sold off his prized female sheep, it didn't sit too well with her boyfriend. And now this lovesick ram is out for revenge. The farmer tries to distract the crazed beast. Looks like he's home free, but not for long. This shaggy monster won't be fenced in. He breaks down the gate and chases his owner across the blacktop. Maybe a quick wrestling match will get the ram under control. At least long enough for him to make his escape. Finally, a smart move. The farmer makes a beeline for his car. But there's just one problem. He's left his keys in the barn. The angry sheep rams the vehicle, then backs up to take another shot. But he's not finished yet. He butts the car again. And again. And again. This ram just won't give up.
La macchina sta rompendo.
Ooh, now it's personal. Of course, there's a lesson to be learned here. Messing with a 200-pound ram is a bad idea.
Now here's a sport where you don't even have to get off the couch to compete.
They use skis, unicycles, armchairs, coolers. They use everything but their brains. These are the annual Canadian Extreme Downhill Races. And this is the second and final year of the furniture category. These three whiz kids spent a whole week crafting their couch cruiser. But they forgot a couple of minor details, like brakes and steering.
Or too stupid to figure out a steering mechanism.
Traveling at 54 miles per hour, the only smart thing that these guys did was go under the legal speed limit. The sofa veers off course, turning these couch potatoes into mashed potatoes.
We didn't really take any safety precautions.
And now instead of sitting on their couch is sitting on them. They made it through without serious injuries. Maybe it's because they have such thick heads.
I didn't learn anything from this incident.
These sofa surfers should have stuck to their skis and left the couch in their living room.
You know how when you watch late-night TV, you can see some really scary stuff, like this hideous cubic zirconia ring I saw on the Home Shopping Network last night? Oh, which I would never buy. Two of. Well, believe it or not, this late-night host is much scarier than that.
Meet Count Zapula, host of a late-night horror show.
Good evening. I'm Count Zapula. Who did you expect?
Hopefully the audience's expectations are as low as the budget.
This is a spooky type show. And my good friend Chauncey is back with us. Here's my friend Chauncey.
It's hard to believe a fine actor like Chauncey would be caught dead on this show. Make no bones about it, this guy is weird.
Now you get over there, Chauncey. Somebody sent us a gift. I don't know what's in it. Let's take a look.
Wow, he was really knocked out by that gift.
Are you all right, Don?
I'm dead. Can you believe this?
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Zabula's not only undead, he's uncoordinated.
Holy.
Okay.
I hope you got it on film, did you?
It would certainly be more entertaining than this. Because when it comes to vampire shows, this one bites.
There's nothing quite as exciting as the thrill of athletic competition. Well, unless, of course, it's the agony of embarrassing yourself in front of thousands of people. Here are two athletes who spent years preparing for their moments of glory and just a few seconds screwing it all up.
This pole vaulter is training for the Summer Olympics. But he may have to change his plans. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Don't worry, he'll still be competing in the Olympics. But as a member of the women's team. In Wheeling Island, West Virginia, it's a super middleweight bout between George the Butcher Kleinsmith and Jerry Harm's Way Hackney.
When I'm not fighting, I work in a grocery store in the meat shop with some real butchers.
And now this butcher's making mincemeat out of him. So at the end of round 4, Jerry makes a bold move. He runs for his life.
I wasn't really running. I was just jogging across the ring.
Yeah, jogging home to mama.
Well, what was that? We've never seen that before.
That was Jerry's next move. It's called I'm Outta Here. Tangled and disgraced, Jerry wonders what his fans will think of him.
I don't want the name Hackney to be used as a new term for when someone gets knocked over the top rope or, tangled up in the ropes. I don't want everybody saying, hey, look, that guy got hackneyed last night.
Hey, look, that guy got hackneyed.
And there he goes. Feet stuck in all 3 ropes.
Unbelievable.
Very entertaining.
As it turns out, Jerry, who did in fact lose, is now challenging the decision he made to fight in the first place. Don't go away. Totally outrageous behavior is just getting cranked up.
Coming up, a daredevil hits the road with his head. Plus, what would these starving students do for $2,000? They get buck naked. And later, a party clown goes for laughs. But the joke's on him. When totally outrageous behavior continues.
Welcome back to Totally Outrageous Behavior. Before you watch this next video, let me warn you, don't try this at home. And more importantly, don't try this at my home.
Kevin Sant of Oregon is an avid animal lover. And his favorite four-legged friend is the moose. A little food was all it took to lure this hungry beast to Kevin's door. But Kevin's naive dinner guest doesn't realize that his host has a special surprise for him.
He's not gonna do it.
Now, what exactly does he have in mind?
He's not gonna fall for it, I don't think.
And why is he inching closer to the moose?
You're never gonna make it.
Looks like Kevin's getting ready to make his big move. 3, 2, 1. So that was Kevin's brilliant plan. Seems it's been his lifelong dream to ride a moose. But as it turns out, riding Bullwinkle was a little rocky.
Speaking of a rocky ride, check this guy out.
This thrill seeker was looking to burn some rubber. So he tied himself to the bumper of a pickup truck and hit the road. While his friends toss hockey pucks at him, he doesn't realize that the rope is being worn away by the pavement. Whoa! Until it snaps, and he ends up flat on his back. This road rebel thought he had it made, but it may be time for him to retire.
Have you ever had that dream where you're walking down the street and suddenly you realize you're not wearing any clothes? Well, this next couple lived that dream and even got paid for it.
A New Zealand radio station is staging a publicity stunt. This DJ is offering $2,000 to any couple who will agree to do whatever he wants. And these hungry students are willing to give it a shot.
You don't know what we're doing yet, but what's the reason for doing whatever we ask you to do?
The money.
And what exactly do they have to do?
We'd like you to hop on these race scooters. We have 2 of them, and we'll be going through town, through the main streets.
Wonder if there's going to be a catch.
Is that I want you to take all your clothes off, hop on these scooters right now, both of you together, and take off and get there as fast as you can.
Will these straight-laced students accept the challenge?
It's a naked scooter race, just the 2 of you, totally naked. Will you do it? That's what we're asking for, $2,000. Will you do it? The money's here. It's up to you.
You bet they will. These kids aren't above shedding a few layers to gain a few dollars.
You won't get arrested, will you?
You won't get arrested. Well, no, you'll be fine.
Reassured, the duo from down under takes to the streets. Look, Ma, no clothes. You'd think people had never seen nudists on scooters before. Uh-oh, trouble. The pantless pair draws the attention of the police. Hopefully the fine won't be more than $2,000. Moments later, the crazy kids are back on the street and in the home stretch. They get to the park, but the DJ is nowhere to be found. Guess they'll just have to wait for him to bring their clothes. Hopefully the thought of $2,000 is keeping them warm. At last, the couple gets their reward. It just goes to show, money talks. And that's the naked truth.
Everyone loves winter sports, ice skating, skiing, snowboarding, sliding down the roof on your butt. No, seriously, check these guys out.
The roof of this old cabin in Quebec is in danger of caving in beneath 3 feet of snow. And these clever Canadians figured that the best way to get rid of the snow is to stomp on it. Bad idea. Now they're going sledding without a toboggan. Happy landing. Fortunately, the cabin has been saved, and these 3 stooges have learned a new meaning for the term heavy snowfall.
Whoa, talk about a bad idea. Now I have a really good idea. Stick around for more totally outrageous behavior.
Coming up, a drunken daredevil tries to dry out. And next, a talk show host gives his listeners a rude awakening. Then later, the best man crashes his buddy's wedding when totally outrageous behavior returns.
Welcome back to Totally Outrageous Behavior. It's time to pack your bags and grab your passport. It's Outrageous TV around the world.
This Japanese morning show provides personal wake-up calls for its viewers, courtesy of Bazooka Joe. Rise and shine. This is way more alarming than at clock radio. But when it comes to heavy sleepers, Joe brings in the heavy artillery. This guy won't be missing work today, although he may be missing an eardrum.
And now it's time for some clowning around.
Giffy the birthday clown is a man of many talents.
I can make, 392 different kinds of animals out of the balloons.
And look at that one. It's a snake. This shindig is going swimmingly for Giffy until the birthday boy shows off his new toy and takes aim. The tiny tot is momentarily distracted by one of Giffy's 392 masterpieces. Suddenly, the clown's eyes meet the cold gaze of his pint-sized enemy.
I heard, hey, clown.
And this clown goes down.
Nobody seemed to come to my rescue. They must have thought it was part of the show.
Boy, wouldn't want to be in his giant shoes.
This child is not the only one that's ever injured Giffy. They all seem to want to stomp my toe. And they forget that there's a real person inside the costume, and that kind of hurts a little bit.
But Giffy's a pro. Gamely, he heads back into action.
And once I kind of got the tears out of my eyes, I just got up and went on to the next child.
Hi, buddy. That scared me. I saw stars there for a minute.
The most fulfilling thing about being a clown is seeing the smiles on the children's faces.
And it's gonna take a long time to wipe the smile off little Johnny's face.
Hopefully next year he won't get a BB gun for his birthday.
This next video was sent to us by totally outrageous viewer Joe Large. Joe tried to put a whole new spin on doing his laundry, and now he's all washed up.
It's a small town Saturday night, and Joe Large has nothing to do.
We had a backpack full of beer, and we decided to go down in the basement and start boozing it up. One thing led to another, and I ended up jumping into a dryer.
Joe's not working with a full load.
When I jumped into the dryer, I knocked myself unconscious.
Maybe he should have put in some softener before taking the plunge.
And I guess drinking impairs your judgment.
Apparently so.
I look like the Wicked Witch of the West when she got crushed by the house in The Wizard of Oz.
Looks like Joe's not feeling so hot. That's a surprise, since every possible safety precaution was taken. Who needs pads or a helmet when you've got goggles? Joe may not have made it into the dryer, but he did learn a valuable lesson.
Late night drinking, yes. Jumping in dryers, no.
His new motto? Don't drink and drive.
Coming up next, it's time for the best man's toast. Too bad he's already smashed on totally outrageous behavior.
Welcome back to Totally Outrageous Behavior. On every show, we save the best for last. Tonight, a good wedding goes bad when the groom falls hard for his bride.
These guests are attending the wedding of Keith Gerwin and Joy Lines. There's Joy, but where's Keith? He's 10,000 feet in the air. It seems he thought skydiving to his wedding would be a fun way to kick off the nuptials. Here comes the wedding party now. First to land is the usher. He takes the seat right next to a busy highway. Luckily, he didn't hit a car. Now comes Dave, the best man. Guess he wasn't so lucky.
I did a little bit of damage to the car.
When Dave hit the car, that's when I thought the day was over.
But it's not over. The groom is ready to make his grand entrance. Oh my God. Right into a tree.
It wasn't graceful, but I was okay.
As far as the bride is concerned, it was still a wonderful wedding.
It went smashingly.
There's nothing more romantic than a skydive wedding. Well, that's all the totally outrageous behavior we have for tonight. Meet me back here next week. It's a date.